So here we'll discuss two common diseases, neurodegenerative diseases of the neurons in the brain. The first is Alzheimer's. So Alzheimer's is a common memory loss because of degeneration of neurons. Some of the first symptoms are usually just memory loss, not remembering things, being forgetful. The person may ask the same questions over and over again, or have a reduced attention span, or even seem disoriented. And over time, they tend to forget short-term memories, whereas long-term memories last longer. This happens in about 11% of people in the US over 65, and about 47% of people are 85 or older. Alzheimer's counts for something like half of people who are admitted to nursing homes. This is typically thought to be caused by oxidative stress, which is caused by things like free radicals from the diet, medicine, pollutants, stress, alcohol, pesticides, toxins, or even genetics. So we don't really have a good handle on what actually causes Alzheimer's disease, but we do know that in Alzheimer's disease, there's an accumulation in the brain of proteins called beta amyloid plaques, and these proteins build up. And people with advanced Alzheimer's have large buildups of these plaques. So most treatments nowadays focus on catching Alzheimer's early with enhanced imaging and then trying to remove these plaques. You can see a plaque right here, or trying to prevent the buildup of these plaques. Parkinson's disease is another neurodegenerative disorder, and it results in a progressive loss of motor function. So someone with Parkinson's has a problem with the dopamine releasing neurons, and this is going to tend to cause involuntary muscle contractions. So it may start as a slight tremor and then eventually lead to spasmic muscle contractions to where a person can't button up their shirt, they can't go to the bathroom, they can't get dressed themselves. And so over time, the muscle function gets worse and worse. Originally, this was treated with something called a pallidotomy, which was actually a surgery where they destroyed the cerebral tissue that removed dopamine from the brain, and this would result in the dopamine being left on the brain longer. But this was very dangerous in early medicine, and so it was favored in treating this with medicines. We can't actually treat it with dopamine because dopamine can't cross the blood-brain barrier. So instead, drugs with precursors like L-Dopa, which can cross the blood-brain barrier and then be turned into dopamine, were more effective than doing the pallidotomy. However, in recent days, people who no longer respond to drug therapies are considered candidates for the pallidotomy because with improved surgery and microsurgery with robotics, it's much safer now than it was when it was invented. So take a moment and reflect on what you've learned about either Parkinson's or Alzheimer's. You can just pick one and write what you know about it.